Thandiwe January-McLean.
John, we'll settle this one after the show tonight. But thank you. Wasn't that just wonderful? It seems that visitors always make us more aware of how beautiful our destination actually is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ministers and honored guests. I too acknowledge all the protocols observed this evening. A very warm South African tourism greeting to all of you, and I hope that today has been a great day for business. Our country's wares are indeed well known and documented, but the incredible scenery and varied attractions are not the only differentiating factors. What has always set South Africa apart is what we have always known and what the world now knows too, our people. And as the tourism industry looks to the challenge ahead in maintaining the high standards we have set for ourselves and to our long-term 2020 goals, that personal connection with our visitors will be even more important. But before we leap forward to what now needs to be done, I would like for just a moment to take a step back. When we met at Indaba this time last year, it was amidst great excitement, anticipation, and intense global scrutiny, shortly before our country's hosting of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. History will reflect that this country and continent hosted with aplomb the best and most financially successful, as the minister said, FIFA World Cup ever, earning accolades the world over. It is natural for the focus to turn to what we, as the tourism sector, intend doing to maintain that positivity, I beg your pardon, bearing in mind that on the back of the global economic recession, the tourism environment is still a difficult one. The global economic crisis and the way it has fundamentally changed the world's economic and consumer landscape has necessitated a fresh look at how we continue to attract arrivals in the face of fierce competition from other destinations. At the heart of our new creative direction is the strongest attribute, our people and our cultural attributes, and the unique tourism offerings our country possesses. Our key marketing strategy will continue to entrench our work in our core tourism markets, while also paying particular attention to emerging markets, which have shown considerable potential in the Americas and Asia in particular, and very importantly, on the continent of Africa right here. We have got to access the new spending power in emerging destinations and provide experiences that these consumers are seeking. Marketing will continue to inspire demand for our destination for leisure and business. We need you to close the deals and generate more spend and longer stays in the country. Our key initiative this year will be the rollout of our 20 Experiences in 10 Days campaign, which strongly targets our core and emerging markets. The first phase of our campaign launched last September, where 4 couples and friends from India, the United States, the UK, and Nigeria experienced an incredible adventure over 10 unforgettable days in South Africa. Phase 2 of the campaign, which you've been introduced to today, will feature couples and friends from Angola, Brazil, China, and Germany, and as you heard, will launch globally tonight on global TV and cinema. The campaign will also be driven online on various social media. In 2011, we also launched our National Geographic Adventurers Wanted campaign, campaign, where we searched for an adventure ambassador within 7 key markets in Australia, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, the UK, and the United States, who were brought together to form an adventure tribe for an exploration trip of a lifetime in South Africa. We will also launch a new short-lived campaign in May to put the focus on domestic tourism. Again, with people and their experiences at the heart of this campaign. You will be hearing a lot from us on the domestic front. And now, the unveiling of our new creative idea which seeks to inspire travelers to visit South Africa and make their everyday feel less everyday when doing so. Building our emotional positioning will assist us in our strategy to engage and convert more visitors, as opposed to just building global awareness. We believe that the best way to describe our country is that nothing about South Africa and her people is ordinary, and that it is through our people that the destination experience is enhanced for visitors. And as we unveil the elements of that creative idea today, we want to implore all of you in the tourism industry to join us in that call to action to build stronger emotional and heartfelt connections with our target markets. And now, as we drive our brand forward into 2011 and beyond, we would like you to join us as we leave ordinary behind. Thank you very much.
Leave grey behind. Leave your old self behind. Leave ordinary behind. South Africa is different. The you who leave South Africa won't be the same as the you who arrived. You'll find that there's nothing ordinary about this place, because you don't just visit South Africa. You will meet South Africa. You will meet the wide open beaches on the Wild Coast, and the chiefs whose ancestors have lived in the hills above the Wanyana River for 1,000 years. You meet a taxi driver and a Shebeen queen who you will never forget. You'll meet the golden light of the Timbavati as it covers everything in a soft amber glow that reminds you of how things once were and could be again. You'll meet a lady called Thandiwe in Durban who will write a recipe for pickled fish on the back of the menu. You will meet a 70-year-old surfer who will tell you about the time he sat on his board listening to a whale whose breathing sounded like the heartbeat of the ocean itself. You will go on a walk at night through the bush that you will never forget, because it was the night you felt you saw the stars for the very first time. You'll have supper